Boston Bros is number one thing not, you're dead wrong. You can catch me doing misbehaving with my products on. It's real boxing talk every time we meet with Ned, the TBE, and Conspiracy G. We bring it to you raw, unbiased, you know the deal. You can even get a poor dealer here from Dollar Bill with my guys by my side. You know we going live. All we need you to do is please like and subscribe. Boxing Bros. Peace.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments made by Saul Canelo Alvarez. Uh, they're video clips that are in Spanish, so you're going to have to read the subtitles. But from this spot right here, basically the gist of his comments are, if another country had Javier Hernandez or a Canelo, do you know how big that would be for them? Huge. Very few times is a Mexican athlete valued in Mexico. So those are comments that Canelo had made, and he made. Take a listen. Oh.
Quiero saber el por qué. Veo otros ídolos mexicanos como Javier Hernández, el Chicharito Hernández, máximo goleador en la selección mexicana, y tú, tal vez uno de los mejores boxeadores mexicanos en la historia, y siempre es, bueno, no está en su momento el rival, a selecciones moleras. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué existe esto?
No sé, fíjate que quisiera entenderlo también y quisiera responderte esa pregunta con una respuesta correcta, pero tampoco entiendo. No lo entiendo, no entiendo el afán de siempre demeritar los triunfos de un compatriota.
Canelo, yo quiero saber el por qué.
¿Y sabes qué es lo más triste? Que el mismo mexicano, el mismo reportero mexicano o el mismo mexicano en sí es el que critica a los suyos, pero sale un boxeador o un jugador o algo de otro lado y lo alaban y lo ponen en un altar, ¿no? Creo que ¿sabes? Si otro país tuviera un Javier Hernández, tuviera un Canelo y todo, ¿sabes? Qué grandísimo sería para ellos, grande, ¿no? Pero muy pocas veces se valora al deportista mexicano. ¿Y sabes qué es lo más triste? Que el...
So there you have it. Basically, they were saying how like this goalkeeper scores goals, and they said, well, this goalkeeper was competing against low-level opposition, and then Canelo does things, and then they devalue or discredit what he's accomplishing, and he doesn't understand why Mexican journalists and Mexican media are doing that to another Mexican, and he feels like if other countries had Javier Hernandez or himself, it would be huge for them, and he doesn't understand why Mexico discredits or goes against their success. So I'm gonna start one off with Trill Dollar Bill. What's your thoughts on what Canelo Alvarez had to say about that?
You know how it feels to be. Don't do that. Don't come. I don't have nothing to say.
I'll go to G. Go ahead, G.
I actually agree 1000% with Canelo. Now, I'm not Mexican, so I don't really know the culture behind how they interact with the athletes in Mexico. But if it's anything like the United States, I kind of see what he's saying. But I think Canelo, if history has shown us, legends are always glorified when they're no longer in that sport or they're no longer in that, in the limelight, right? You kind of, at the moment, they're vilified. You know what I'm saying? People just want to hate on greatness, right? But once that person retires or gets assassinated or is no longer in power or in office or whatever, then people get a chance to actually reflect. And they go like, damn, yo, he was a beast. Damn, she was a beast. So I think that's what Canelo's experiencing right now. Like, he's like, damn, yo, I'm trying to put on for my country. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. People hating on me. Like, this doesn't make sense. If I was in another country, like, I'll be getting dumb love right now, which he's right, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's the one thing that I've always said about, like, European countries, whether it's the Western Europe or Eastern Europe. If you represent them in the Olympics, it could be for ping pong. You are a national hero. We don't do that here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm pretty sure Canada's the same way, just like it is in the U.S. And Mexico's probably the same way, just like it is in the U.S. something about North America, you know what I'm saying? Just the Americas, we just look at stuff differently, you know, and it's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I think with Canelo, bro, just keep doing what you're doing. When you're out this sport, best believe people gonna recognize your greatness. It's just for some odd reason, man, we just like to hate before we like to acknowledge. So just be patient. Your time is coming.
All right, Ned.
Nah, I completely agree with G. Point I want to say they don't value you. I just feel they don't appreciate you at the moment. And at one point, Complex came, he gave Wilder his flowers while he could smell them. And people don't like to give people flowers while they can smell them. Like, you know, it's more like, what more can you do? You did this, what more can you do? Like, before Kobe passed away, before Kobe retired, I want to say, the ESPN all sports media was like, he's an inefficient shooter that was pulling up his stats. He's not the best shooter of all time. This, that, and the third. After he accomplished 5 rings, after he got his MVPs, significant amounts of All-Star games, they had the nerve to come out and say he's an insufficient shooter because of the stats. But what the stats didn't prove was he got the job done. He got this team to the promised land and they won. And now, once Kobe passed, everybody was hurt. Everybody was heartfelt. Everybody was shaken by the news. It was like he was one of the GOAT, died at an early age. My thing is, Canelo, you are great. You are amazing. Even if you don't get the roses now, you will get them later on. Once you retire, at some point in your life, everything you will be recognized for your accomplishments.
This is difficult, so I mean, I don't fault Dollar Bill for not even wanting to speak on it. Like, I tried to figure it out myself because I look at certain things. Like, in '96, I love music. Tupac died, Biggie died, and ever since then, it was like no one could ever be better than them. It was like blasphemy to say you were better than Biggie or Tupac. And of course, there was always an argument about who was better. And, you know, for some people, you couldn't even like both. Like, for some people, it's like, yo, you either like Biggie or you like Tupac. You can't listen to both. But for myself, I'd be like, F you. I listen to both because they both fire. I could recite all the Biggie songs. I could recite all the Tupac songs. And I'm like, why should I not listen to Biggie? Why should I not listen to Tupac? You know, there was like the East Coast, West Coast. Yo, there's some West Coast fashion that was dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like, it's like West Coast, and some of the West Coast stuff was fire. But I just remember the whole East Coast, West Coast, you had to like Biggie or you had to like Tupac. You couldn't like both. Then when they died and the newer generation came in, it was like older heads would say, those dudes ain't rapping. Those dudes was whack. It's Biggie and Pac, right? Jay-Z even used to take heat because, you know, he would say like Biggie lines, said, if I'm not better than Big, I'm the closest one. Everyone's like, yo, shut up, right? But then there's Jay and Nas, right? So you got Jay and Nas, who, like, let's be real, these dudes are phenomenal. But they can't say that they're better than Biggie and Pac, even if they feel like they're better than Biggie and Pac, because those dudes were murdered and their music is timeless. And these guys are still living. And although lyrically and influence, they are up there with Biggie and Pac. You can't deny it. Jay-Z has even transcended rap to become more than just a rapper. But as a rapper, even with all he's accomplished, like billionaire status, changing the game in hip hop, he still can't come out today and say I'm better than Biggie. If Jay-Z came out today and said he's better than Biggie, he'd be canceled. Like, he'd be canceled. So I don't know what's the mindset that goes into that. Is it a generational thing? Is it something that's embedded in our minds to just not allow us to accept the greatness of everyone? We have to pick one. We have to decide who's better. And so because we just can only rock with Biggie, now we got to discredit Tupac. Now we got to discredit Nas. Now we got to discredit Jay-Z. Although they fire, man, you can't lie. You can't tell me they don't got songs you like. You lying to yourself. Why do we have to discredit that? So that's one thing. Now you bring it to sports. And right now in America, the biggest thing is LeBron and Jay-Z. I'm not saying the biggest thing, but to me, the biggest thing that embodies this is LeBron and Michael Jordan. LeBron is active today. LeBron's played in 10 straight NBA finals. I think if it's not straight, he's been in NBA finals 10 times. I think it's 10 straight NBA finals. Michael Jordan 6-0 in the finals when he made it, but he didn't. He's 6-0 in the NBA finals, but he's not undefeated in the playoffs. LeBron never lost in the first round. Michael Jordan got swept in the first round until he got Scottie Pippen. How do I know all these things? These are arguments that are used to discredit the other guy against the other guy. So why in America do we have to build this? Either you like Jordan or you like LeBron, right? It's either you like Jordan or you like LeBron. If you like Jordan, you know all the arguments to discredit LeBron. If you like LeBron, you know all the arguments to discredit Jordan's accomplishments. And I think this is what Canelo is getting at. Why do we have to have a culture where we can't celebrate the greatness of both guys? Why does it have to be either you like Jordan, so now you got to discredit everything LeBron's accomplished, or why does it have to be you like LeBron, so now you got to discredit all the great things that Michael Jordan has accomplished? Why can't we just celebrate greatness? Because if you're being real, Jordan influenced LeBron. And if you're being real, Julio Cesar Chavez influenced Canelo. So even if Canelo surpasses him, isn't that what this is all about? A great Mexican inspiring another great Mexican who Canelo's going to inspire the Mexican that's going to be greater than him. Isn't that what this is all about? Is the greatness supposed to die with Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.? Is the greatness supposed to die with Michael Jordan? Is the greatness supposed to go with Tupac and Biggie? This is what I'm trying to get at is I don't know why it's like that. I don't know if it's a generational thing. I don't know, but I do think that a lot of it is fear. And a lot of it is fear that someone may become too powerful. Fear that Jay-Z may become too powerful. Fear that LeBron James may become too powerful. Fear that Canelo Alvarez may become too powerful. So how do you stop that? You discredit them. You throw dirt on the name. You make people not like them. And a lot of it, I think, is simply because their countries fear they're going to be too powerful.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.